All right, what is up, Nest Block? This is SuperSonic here, bringing you a speedrun of Super Mario Bros. 3, 80% no wrong warp. We're going to try to see if we can get a no hands run, but if we do end up getting hands, that's fine with me too. But we're going to go ahead and get started once I get into the player 1 screen. So we'll go 3, 2, 1, let's go. All right, so 1-1. What we're going to do is try to get P-Speed early on, which I did not. I actually bounced off the Goomba there, so we're going to try to go for a backup strat to get P-Speed again. Unfortunately, we got some enemies there, which is okay. We'll just kind of see if we can navigate through this area here. No, we're probably not. And also, their hitbox is a little big, so chances are we'll just end up dying. So we'll just have like a little bit of a slow 1-1. That's totally fine. No big deal. We're just kind of getting the feel of the game again. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be collecting 2 whistles in this run, and we're going to warp over to World 8. So go to 1-2. See if we can get some P-Speed here. We might. Okay, yeah, we did. So that strat is a little tough to do because you need to run a little bit on the upslope to get your triangles on the P meter. So the game actually checks every other frame to see like if Mario's on the ground, and that'll give you a triangle on the P meter. So now from here, we're going to go into 1-3. We're going to be getting our first whistle here. I'm just going to go ahead and watch out for these guys. I tried to go for an early P-Speed strat there, but the Koopa wasn't quite in the spot I wanted him to. So we're going to go ahead and grab this mushroom here, and then we're just going to navigate over to this white block, and then we're going to crouch down to allow Mario to clip through and put him into the background here. So by doing this, we're essentially ending the level. However, we're going to be grabbing the treasure chest here, and that'll give us the first whistle in this run. So now that we got that, we're going to head over to the fortress here. Alright, see if we can get early P-Speed. Here we did. I'm going to go a little bit of slow here so I don't hit that waffle. Do a little bit of jump. Kept our P-Speed to get the leap here. So it's pretty essential to keep P-Speed in that section so that way we can fly up onto the ceiling and enter this secret door to get our second whistle. So now, from here, we're going to go ahead and warp over to World 8. We'll use it here first. Now we're going to use it again. Now we enter World 8. So now, we're going to see 4 auto-scrollers in this world. So it is pretty boring at that part. It's not really a fun category and whatnot, but it is short enough anyway, so we're just going to be messing around here for quite a bit. Really not much to talk about in the auto-scroller sections. However, the right side of the screen is very unique. So the enemies will actually despawn right away if you kind of kick them away to the right. And you can kind of see there's like a gap where Mario is on the right side. So there isn't any like loading of the hitboxes for that instance. But if you're like on the left side, then yeah, they'll still get activated and such. So in the meantime, we're just going to try to keep it really chill here. What we want to actually have is a fire flower because that'll be our main power-up of choice. The raccoon leaf doesn't really do much with this run, with the exception of just flying up into the castle or the fortress level. So we're just going to try to keep this leaf until the next level when we get the fire flower. And by grabbing the fire flower, it's going to be a little bit difficult because there's going to be a tiny gap to get through. Let's go ahead and do this. And we're almost out of here. So yeah, we just like kick away the bomb there, and it'll actually despawn on the right side. So we're just gonna do the tail whip here to do some lag reduction. So that way, like when they explode, it doesn't really stack. So I'm just gonna go ahead and grab these guys, just kind of take them away. All right, so we're pretty much at the end of the level here, and we're gonna be fighting a boomerang brother. Alright, so I ended up losing the leaf, which is fine actually. I kind of wanted to lose that anyway. So that'll give us like a better chance to hopefully grab the fire flower in the next level here. Alright, so the power-up block is on the left here. Let's see if we can try to grab it. Alright, nice. We ended up grabbing the fire flower. So now we got the chicken nugget Mario here. And the story about the chicken nugget is when I was a kid, like I believe I was either 3 or 4 years old when I started playing this game. the Fire Mario sprite looks like a chicken nugget covered in marinara sauce. So, like the hat, his shirt, his boots, they're like the crust of the chicken nugget. And you got the his face, like his hands, that's like the meat of the chicken nugget. And then like his overalls are like the marinara sauce. Like, so yeah, he looks like a chicken nugget, literally, like just seasoned. So, and then the fireballs are like mozzarella cheese balls in a sense. So. I had a very strange like childhood, so I kind of see food and things, you know. Especially the fire flower, because it looks like a chopped onion. Like if you like look at it. So. And then anytime like I tell the story or anything like that to other people, like they know like what's coming, like with the whole food situation. So now we're just gonna kind of go under this little gap here, just do a little bit of boat swag. Doesn't really do much. It's kind of like our way of doing like good juju for the hand levels. So since we have the fireball, we can just shoot 5 fireballs at Boom Boom. That is actually the fastest method to kill him. If you don't have the fire flower, then you actually have to stomp on him 3 times. That is a lot slower. So it's actually essential to have the fire flower in this case. So now we're gonna go into the hand section. Let's see, first hand. Okay, we got a no hands run. So let's see, this might be a really good run here. Let's see what we can do with this. Alright, so we got the fast airship here. This is actually a really short level. This actually moves, I believe, 60 pixels per second, which is a lot faster, like double the speed of like normal auto-scrollers. There's like the slow airship too, like the coin ship and whatnot, that moves at 15 pixels per second, and especially like the World 4 airship, which we didn't see in this run. But we were very lucky not to get a single hand on this, so let's see if we can finish it pretty strong here. Just about to end the level here. Go to the pipe. There we go. Alright, so that is the fast airship. Alright, so now we're going to head to this pipe here. Now we're going to enter our next level, which is 8-1. See if we can get the P-Speed strat here. There we go. Get a big jump here, another big jump. That was a very solid level. Alright, 8-2 is a little bit of a scary level. We'll see how it goes if I can maintain P-Speed and not get like sub-pixel like in the middle of it. So we'll do our best here. Run. Watch out for the sun. Alright, still maintain P-Speed, which is good. Very nice. Alright, that was a very good level. Alright. Now we're going to head into the fortress. So since we got the star from the first level of the auto-scroll sections, we can utilize it here in this fortress area. Okay. Break this H block here. Alright, go into this door. Get some P-Speed built up. To the door. We're going to try to catch this next door here while the P-Switch is still active. Very good. There we go. Take care of Boom Boom. So that'll actually break open a lock that we don't need to go to. So we essentially have to play this level regardless. But now we're just going to head into our last 2 levels of the game. So we got one more auto-scroller to deal with. So this one, this is the super tank. So there's a strat that my good friend Oglib kind of made up this strat. So it's basically called, and I always get this wrong, and my mod always corrects me. So we call this the world famous, patented Day 1 affiliate Oglib super tank strat with a vengeance TM. I don't think I said it in the correct order, but I know Raccoon Dog will correct me on that. So all you got to do is just stay on the right side of the screen, just keep shooting fireballs. You can kind of see that the rocky wrenches here, they're not really damaging me, so they're just popping up, I'm just shooting them down right away. Yeah, essentially just stay on the right side of the screen, you're good. That's all you got to do. And it's actually essential that we keep the fire flower here, so I don't want to lose it. So I gotta be careful towards the end here. Okay. Getting close to the end of the level here. Now we're heading into the pipe here. There we go. Alright, so we got one more level to go.
I remember row and
I didn't get the clip, that's fine. Oh, we got that clip there. Alright, so now we're going to do the world's famous clip there. Alright, it's going to head up on the top here, get some P-speed. A big jump here, another big jump. And now we're going to shoot 35 fireballs on Bowser. Alright, there he goes. And then time is going to be once we enter the door. Yeah, alright, so once we see the door open, we're going to enter it. That's time. Alright. 11:16, not bad. You know, best. You know what? Well, anyways, yeah, that is Super Mario Bros. 3 80% no wrong warp. That is a 0-hand run, but we did mess up World 1 quite a bit, so that's why we didn't quite get a sub 11. But you know what? I'll take an 11:16 any day. But yeah, my name is SuperSonic. Thanks for watching the run. Stay tuned for some more NES Block.